This video is the 2014 Ordinary Level Question 6. It is a circles in contact and tangents question. So the figure shows the design for a toy hammer. It's this. Draw the given design showing clearly how to find the centers of the circles. So we have a couple of different circles that we're going to need to find. So like this one up here and this one opposite it. We've got an arc up here. We need to find that center. An arc here and this circle as well. Show all construction lines, tangents and points of contact. So starting this question, I'm going to start with the radius 25 circle down here at the bottom of the hammer. And this circle has a tangent drawn to it, a straight line tangent, so we're going to have a look at that in a moment. For that we're given a point outside of the circle, it's not a point on the circle, and we're going to locate that next. So center of our circle, 125 millimeters above that is the point for our arc. So 125, 12.5 centimeters. Now it's not straight above it, we'll find that point next. So it's going to be up on this line here somewhere. And we need to locate where that point is off over here. So that's just the one at the bottom of the head of the hammer where the grey bit goes into the handle, the white part. So to find the bit up here now, we're going to taking this corner of our circle, the right hand edge of the circle here, taking that up to the top. Sure how clear this is coming out. And from this corner over here then we're coming across 30 millimeters, and that's locating the point that we need in here. So for the outside of that circle. So this point here, or sorry, the point to contact for that tangent, or point on the tangent. Okay, finding a tangent to a circle from a point outside. This is our point outside. First thing we're going to do is we're going to join that point to the center of the circle that our line is tangential to. So joining this point here down to the center of that. Going to bisect the line, joining the two. So point of our compass on the point at the end, extend over halfway, swing an arc. Point my compass on the center point of the circle, keeping the compass the same size, so keeping the arc the same size, swing an arc to cut the first one. Join the two, and where this bisector we find the midpoint of the line. So that point here is the midpoint of the line joining here to the center. To find our point of contact where our tangent joins to, put the point of my compass onto that midpoint line, pencil onto the center of the circle, and I swing an arc out until it cuts through the side of the circle. That point there is our point of contact, POC. Can now draw in the tangent, so the tangent joins from the point outside the circle down to the point of contact. That gives us our tangent. So just again recapping, join for any tangent where we're given a point outside of the circle. That would be a point on the circle. This is a point outside the circle. Join to the center, bisect the line, and then put our compass onto the center point of that line, the midpoint, and swing an arc out until it hits the sideline there. That's the point of contact. What I'm going to do next is find the back part of this off up over here. So we're coming up 20 and then 30 above the line that we already have. So 20 millimeters and a further 30. That's going to give us the back of that hammer. So again, line here and across. I'm going to skip these two arcs just for a moment. I'm going to come back to them. And it's 30 millimeters and then a further 25. So that's going to give us the block at the end of the hammer here. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to find two arcs. So radius 18 arc here and up here. We're given the radius 18, but we're not told where the centers are, so we need to find those centers. So what we're going to do is, if we think about this for a moment, we've got 2 points on our arc. We know this point here, that's a point on the arc, as is this point. This is another point on the arc because the arc touches off both of them. What that means is if this is a point on the arc, the distance from this point to the center is going to be the radius distance. The distance from this point to the center is also going to be the radius distance. So what we're going to do is we're going to set compass to 18 millimeters. That's our radius that we're told. And I'm going to swing 2 arcs of 18 millimeters. So if I put the point of my compass on the point that I know, this one, everywhere along this arc I could draw a circle of radius 18 that would touch off this point here. If I do the same thing from this point, everywhere on this arc I could draw a circle of radius 18 that would touch off this point. Where the 2 arcs cross each other is a place that I can draw a circle or an arc of radius 18 millimeters and that will touch both points. So it touches there and over here. Doing the same thing up above. So again, we've got 2 points, this point and this point. They're both on the arc, just like here and here. If they're both points on the arc, the distance from the point to the center of that arc is going to be the radius distance. So we're going to do the same thing we just did. The point of the compass on the point here, swing an arc of radius 18, that's the radius given in the question. Same on the opposite side, swing another arc. Where the 2 arcs cross each other is 18 millimeters from both points. So we can swing an arc that will touch off both. And that gives us the 2 arcs over here on the right hand side. What we're going to do next is we've got an arc off over here on the left hand side. It's radius 70. I need to find the center point for that arc first. We're given that center point. So it's from this point here, it's vertically underneath it. Now just be careful you don't mark it on the line, join it to the center. That is a different line. So underneath this section here, this is where it starts to darken. That's down 20 millimeters, and that is the center point of that arc, radius 70 arc. That is going to, so center point, point for a compass there, pencil up on the top of it, and we swing an arc down this way. And that's the radius 70 arc for the front of it. Where this arc stops, if you look at the question, it stops on a line horizontally out from this point here. Taking a line horizontal from there out, it's going to hit off this front point there, so horizontally out, this is where that arc stops. So I can darken in that part if I wish. Which I will. Alright, so that's most of it. There's just one more bit now that we need to do, and that is we've got an arc here which is tangential, so it touches off a circle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw that circle first, and then we'll go with the rest of it. Now, looking at the question, we're not told specifically what the radius of the circle is, but we are told that from here out to the center this way is 15. So from the side here out 15. So that would mean to us that our radius is 15 millimeters. So measure up 15 here, out 15 from that line, and that gives us the center of that circle. So I can draw in this circle here. Now that's just a light circle, we don't need to darken that in just yet. There will be a bit of it darkened in a while. So we have this circle. We need to now draw an arc of radius 55 that's going to touch off of two things. It touches off this point up here at the end, okay, which we found a while ago, and it also touches off of this circle here up on top. So up here somewhere. So to find the center for this circle, so they're tangential to each other, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the compass to first I'm going to look at this one. I'll do the 55 after. So if I have a circle here and the center point is down here and another circle touching it on the outside, so up here, so this circle is on the inside of that larger circle, then the distance from the center of this circle to the center of this circle of the larger one will be the radius of the large one minus the radius of the small one. So we're trying to find the distance from this center to this center, so we need to remove that part of it. So this is 55, the large one. The smaller one is 15, so I need to swing an arc of radius 60 from the center of this small circle. So point of the compass on that point here, swinging an arc of radius 60. So anywhere on this circle here now, I could draw an arc of radius 55. I've done that wrong. So I did that wrong. So it's maths is not going well. 60 or 55 is the arc, the distance that for the big arc, minus the 15. So it's 40. I should have been doing. I added them, or I don't know what I did. 40 millimeters is what I'm looking for. So set the compass to 40 millimeters. So 60 or 55 minus 15 is giving me 40. Point the compass here, swing an arc. So everywhere on this arc I could draw an arc of radius 55 that would touch off of this one up here somewhere on this the top side of it. What I'm going to do now is set the compass to 55. And again swing an arc. This time from the end point of the hammer. So from this point here. Again, everywhere along that arc I could draw a circle of radius 55 that would touch off of this point. And where the two arcs cross each other is a place where I can draw a circle of radius 55 that will touch off of both. So up here, up there, just like that. So that gives us this arc. What we need to do now is we need to find the point of contact, so where they touch off each other. So join the center of this one to the center of the next one. Okay, and extend through where they pass through each other. That's our point of contact. We've got a small bit that we need to darken in, just a quadrant or less than a quadrant of the circle here. Because it's that much, probably use your compass for that. And then just straight line down along here to darken that bit in. And that completes this question, which is the 2014 Ordinary Level Question 6.